Welcome to the first part of your GED orientation. We're so glad that you chose to take this big step in your education, and we look forward to having you in our classes. This presentation will give you an overview of the GED program at Mount Hood Community College and hopefully answer some of your questions. Please feel free to take notes and write down any questions that pop up for you while you watch. Some of the topics we'll cover today include what the Adult Basic Education and GED program offers, how much classes cost, and the tuition waivers available, the extra steps you'll need to take if you're under 18 or a high school student, what to expect from online learning, and several resources available to support you during your time in the program. Let's get started. The classes in the ABE GED program are meant for students who are pursuing their GED diploma or for students seeking to improve their math or language arts skills for college. All of the classes will be online for fall term. We offer 2 classes, math and language arts. You're welcome to take one at a time or both at once, depending on what your schedule looks like and how much time you have to dedicate to school. While we don't offer classes dedicated to science or social studies, your teachers will cover those topics within your math and language arts classes. Each class costs $30, so if you take both classes, that's $60 for the term. We'll talk about ways to get your class fees waived later on. You'll be using 2 online platforms for your classes, Blackboard and Zoom. Blackboard is an online platform where your teacher will post lessons and assignments each week, and you'll also have Zoom class meetings, which will be live videos so that you can interact with your teacher and your classmates. Next, we'll cover some important information to know about the GED test. There are 4 GED tests: math, language arts, science, and social studies. They will all be scheduled online through your GED.com account, which you'll create after finishing this video. Each test costs $38, although there are sometimes resources to help pay for your test through the college, so please check in with a student resource specialist if the cost is a barrier for you. 2 important things to remember before showing up for your test are that you'll need to bring a valid state ID with you and show up at least 15 minutes early. If you don't have a valid state ID or if you arrive late, the testing center can unfortunately turn you away and you would need to reschedule and pay for your test again. When you schedule your test online, you can choose which location you'd like to test at. You can choose Mount Hood Community College, or you can choose any other location throughout the state or even online. If you need to retake a test, the cost is $10. You can take the test up to 3 times, and if you don't pass, you'll need to wait 60 days before testing again. But since you're taking classes and hopefully practice tests as well, you should be well prepared when you decide to schedule your official tests. If you're under 18, there are a couple of extra steps to take. You'll need to contact the school district that you currently live in and ask for a release or referral form. It's important to have this paperwork completed as soon as possible because you can't begin classes without it. If any of this applies to you, please contact one of the student resource specialists and we can give you a contact list with all of the school districts on it. Earlier I mentioned that each class costs $30, but we don't want cost to be a barrier for anyone wanting to take GED classes. If you are receiving public assistance, including SNAP, TANF, WIC, SSI, OHP insurance, or unemployment benefits, you're eligible for a tuition waiver, so you wouldn't need to pay the $30 class fee. The waiver doesn't apply to testing fees, but there are other opportunities to get financial help with your testing costs if needed. Please mark down which public assistance program you're currently receiving on the student data sheet you'll fill out in the last part of orientation, and we'll get your waiver taken care of. Also, high school students from eligible high schools will get their classes and GED tests paid for by their district. You can check with a student resource specialist to see if your high school is eligible. The only caveat to this is that students must have completed 60 hours of class time, or about 6 weeks of class before testing. Next, we'll talk about what to expect in online classes. This is new for many people, so it can be a big adjustment, but there are things you can do to prepare and be successful. Classes will be entirely online this term, and you'll use Blackboard and Zoom to complete lessons and assignments for your class. It's also important to check your Saints email account regularly, which is your student email account, because that's how your teachers and other people at the college will communicate with you. Since all of the materials will be online, you won't need to buy any books or packets. Once you take your placement tests during the final step of orientation, you'll be placed into a level between 1 and 4. And when the term begins, you'll have access to your class on your own schedule. Some of the benefits of taking online classes are that you have flexibility in when you do your homework, although there are still deadlines, and you don't need to commute or even change out of your pajamas. You'll also develop technology skills that will help you be successful in whatever path you choose after completing your GED. Some of the potential drawbacks to online learning are that you will have to structure your own time and have the self-motivation to work on your assignments without as much outside accountability as in a classroom. Be careful not to procrastinate, and I recommend using a planner and blocking out chunks of time to do your schoolwork during the week and sticking to them if at all possible. Make sure you log into Blackboard every Monday to see what's coming up in your class for the week. You will likely also have some technology challenges along the way as you get started, but don't worry, there are a lot of people to support you and help you through anything that comes up. It's important to note that you'll need a laptop or tablet to take online classes, since it's pretty hard to complete assignments on your phone. If you don't have one, please contact a student resource specialist, and we can look into different options for helping you to get one. Lastly, let's talk about resources. There are many people available to support you through this program, so even though you won't be on campus, we hope you never feel like you're alone in this process. One of your biggest supports along the way will be the 4 student resource specialists, Stephanie, Gisela, Mallory, and Crystal. Any one of us can help you with things like referrals to campus and community resources, things like food, mental health counseling, or rent assistance. We can also help with technology issues like logging into your Saints email or your MyMHCC account, or we can connect you with someone who can help. We will help you take practice tests for the GED and schedule your official tests when you're ready, and also would love to help you plan out your next steps and goals after earning your GED, whether it's continuing on to college, going directly into the workforce, or any other path that you choose. Finally, we can help you navigate any personal or academic concerns that come up for you while you're in the program. We all have different schedules and contact information, which is listed here and also on our website. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to support you. Another super helpful resource for you are the 4 tutors who are dedicated to helping ABE GED students with any classwork you don't understand or concepts you'd like extra study support with. Just like the student resource specialists, all of the tutors have different schedules and contact information, which is listed here or also on our website. Another great aspect about tutoring is that they are all available over email, phone, or Zoom, so whatever works for you, they're happy to accommodate. All of the tutoring services are free to students, so please feel free to use them as frequently as you'd like. There are also a lot of college resources for you to utilize, and even though you won't be on campus for a while, most of them are providing services online so you can still get assistance. The first one listed is Accessible Education Services. They provide support and accommodation for students with disabilities. If you have a documented disability, you can reach out to them and they will help to set up accommodations through your teacher. The next resource is ABED and the Learning Success Center. They provide additional tutoring, help with writing and study skills, and computer assistance. There's also the Career Planning and Counseling Center. They provide everything from career counseling and exploration to individual and crisis counseling for things going on in your personal life. They're offering virtual counseling right now, and all of their services are free to students. Next is the Mount Hood Community College Library. While they're not currently checking out physical books, they have a ton of online resources such as ebooks and videos available to students. The last resource listed is Veteran Services. They provide extra support to veterans and those currently serving in the military to reach their educational goals. All of these resources have a Mount Hood webpage with contact information on them, so you can contact them if you need help, or just reach out to a student resource specialist and we'll get you connected. One last resource I'd like to share with you is called the STEP program. In order to be eligible, you must be receiving SNAP food stamps, but not TANF. Being a part of this program can be helpful in so many ways. You'll be meeting with a student success specialist one-on-one on a regular basis. You'll discuss your future goals and your specialist will help you navigate within your next steps. And they can even sometimes provide school or transportation related financial support. If the STEP program is of interest to you and you're eligible, please let us know or contact Stephanie Haas and we can get you an application. Fall term classes begin on September 21st and run through December 4th. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was informative for you and makes you feel more prepared to start the GED program. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you have and we'd be happy to help.